really strong winds moved through San Diego today, especially early this morning and overnight last night. As we look at the clear skies that we're seeing over Coronado, it's a little choppy on the water, but the winds certainly have started to come down here. You see that sunshine shining off the building there. We're actually going to see a lot more clouds tomorrow. All right, Alpine, I showed you this, just a few minutes ago. Gusts were up to 59 miles per hour. They're at 41 right now. Could see a few gusts again reach close to 60 in the Alpine area, but most winds will be less than that. Hellhole Canyon, one of the gustier spots right now at 32 miles per hour. Julian at 22. And boy, it is dry, bone dry. Single-digit humidity levels for many areas. Fallbrook, Escondido, Poway, Alpine, Mount Laguna, 9% in Ocotillo Wells right now. And it's still going to be dry and a little breezy tomorrow, but the worst of the wind is over and humidity will slowly be recovering, especially as we head into Thursday. Temperatures warmer today for the coast and the valleys at least. We're in the 60s and 70s right now for most areas. Meanwhile, most of the mountains are in the 40s. Temperatures along our coast up to 12 degrees warmer. Camp Pendleton seeing the biggest bump. That was expected. That's what you see when you have Santa Ana winds. Warms up for the coast and the valleys, cools off in the mountains and the deserts. All right, so I put our 10 News Futurecast into play. Yesterday when I showed you this, it was covered in purple. Now the winds are becoming more localized as we head into tonight and even into early tomorrow morning. That becomes more and more so the story. 4 a.m. rather tomorrow, that's when the red flag warning will end for the inland and mountain communities. Temperatures still warm tomorrow for the coast and the valleys. Mid-70s along our coast, 60s but mostly low 70s along our coast, 68 in Del Mar. Warmer in the mountains. Cool, but yeah, that's normal for this time of the year to be back in the 50s and 40s is unusual. And then mid-60s in our mountain deserts, which is also pretty close to normal. Ramona at 75, Santee at 77, La Jolla, Mission Beach, and Imperial Beach also in the 60s. All right, so high pressure and a little storm system to the east of us, that is what has been bringing the Santa Ana winds. We have more storms. Unfortunately, they're staying to the north of us, and as they pass through, that's what's going to enhance our sea breeze, bringing a lot more clouds tomorrow. Look at our 10 News Futurecast all day tomorrow. We're looking at partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Then by Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening, there's a small chance for a little bit of rain. Most areas won't get much. Most areas won't get anything. But hey, at least we're talking about a little bit of rain and not more Santa Ana winds at this point. It's also going to be cooler for the second half of the week. Back in the 60s along our coastline. Maybe a few sprinkles running into Friday morning, but Friday for the most part will be dry. Temperatures drop to the 60s also for the inland neighborhoods Thursday and Friday, bumping back into the 70s this weekend into next week. And I'm tracking a few storms passing by to the north of us. At this point, it mostly looks like it's just going to bring us some more clouds each day, but hopefully one of them will dive a little bit farther south and we'll get some rain. 50s through the weekend in the mountains and the deserts. Gorgeous here, 60s and 70s.